2018 Mitsubishi ASX Review. The good points of Mitsubishi ASX: strong diesel engines, distinctive front-end styling, spacious interior, lots of kit as standard. The bad points of Mitsubishi ASX: interior quality without places, not the best engines, 4x4 purely available on diesel. Competing from the mid-sized crossover marketplace is the Mitsubishi ASX SUV, created to appeal to family car buyers who want something slightly different in the standard family hatchback. The ASX offers the driving example of a typical hatch but the benefits of an SUV, for example high driving position and, where fitted, four-wheel drive. Even entry-level models come well equipped, as the more expensive models consist of lots of luxuries like heated leather seats, panoramic sunroof plus a touchscreen infotainment system with sat-nav. Aimed squarely for the Nissan Qashqai's heartland, the Mitsubishi includes a tough job on its hands, not only competing against direct rivals, for instance the Suzuki SX Force Cross, however the free glut of newcomers, for instance the Peugeot 3008, Renault Kadjar and Sitka. Diesel power preferable. The 114 horsepower 1.6-liter turbodiesel engine inside the ASX will be the one to select if you want the best running costs. There's 270 Nm of torque sold at low revs, rendering it very useful for overtaking maneuvers, however it'll still sit happily in 6th gear about the motorway. For more get up and go, the 2 main 2-liter diesel produces 149 horsepower and 360 Nm of torque. This is only obtainable with an automatic transmission. This would be the one to go with if you tow anything regularly. Four-wheel drive can be acquired on both diesels, whilst the sole petrol engine, a very dated and gutless 1.6-liter unit, is limited in front-wheel drive form, having a manual gearbox. Disappointingly drab interior. There's without doubt in our minds the Mitsubishi ASX's cabin is evenly as well made and solidly durable since the firm's other SUVs. However, the ASX's interior is little drab due to extensive usage of black or dark-colored materials which make it all too funereal as compared to some in the ASX's rivals. The mixture of materials also don't help here, as they lend a uniformly dull turn to the interior that leaves you feeling just a little let down. The designers didn't go the extra mile. However, updates in 2016 and again in 2017 mean the cabin continues to be uplifted slightly. That has a few nicer looking materials about the dashboard and many piano black trim round the infotainment system and aircon controls, but it really still one method or another behind newer, plusher rivals. Still, comfort is great and the raised driving position imparts that all-important commanding SUV-style driving position. The seats can also be very comfortable and supportive, helping to make the ASX a great choice for anyone who notches up an abundance of miles, while interior space is impressive for using a relatively small footprint, for example this. Mitsubishi ASX SUV model history. July 2010, launched inside UK, having a choice of a 1.6-liter and 1.8-liter DID diesel engine, with four-wheel drive optionally available about the latter. The range structure follows an effective numeric 2, 3 and 4 numeric system. November 2011. Limited edition ASX Black is based for the 4 specification, but is hallmarked, which consists of black 17-inch alloy wheels, with matching roof, spoiler, door mirror caps, grille and fog-lamp surrounds. Inside there's black leather upholstery and carbon fiber look trim. Both the 1.6-liter petrol and 1.8-liter DID diesel, the second optionally with four-wheel drive, can be found. January 2012, minor changes to the year center across the fitment of low rolling resistance tires and regenerative braking systems to further improve efficiency. The 1.6 petrol improves from 47.1 miles per gallon to 47.9 miles per gallon without having change in CO2 emissions, as the 1.8 DID diesels rise from 51.0 miles per gallon to 54.3 miles per gallon, with emissions dropping to 136 gkm of CO2 to 150 gkm. April 2012. Special edition Adavo model launched, just with the 1.6-liter petrol engine. January 2013, styling modifications that has a new grille and bumpers about the outside and fresh seat fabrics and chrome look accents for the inner. Revisions may also be made for the independent rear suspension in the bid to increase the ASX's handling characteristics. December 2013. Crowning the product range in 4 specification is often a new 2.2-liter diesel engine with automatic transmission and 4-wheel drive as standard. Other modifications are limited by Bluetooth connectivity being standardized on 2 grade models. July 2015, a series of revisions introduced such as a revised front bumper and grille design, wheel arch extensions for your 2 highest trim levels along with the availability of a fresh 114 horsepower 1.6-liter DID diesel engine. The existing trim level hierarchy gives strategy to a 3-tier structure of ZC, ZCM and ZCH. November 2016, mild styling refresh with another revised grille, a shark fin aerial, a different lightning blue paint choice and modified seat cushions. Range structure also revised that has a return to the previous 2, 3, 4 and 5 structure. Watch the total Mitsubishi ASX SUV review if this can be a desirable or forgettable family crossover. 1 petrol as well as diesels. Diesels get number of 2 and 4-wheel drive. Auto purely available on bigger diesel. There are 3 engines available around the ASX, 1 petrol as well as diesels. Sole petrol engine. A 117 horsepower 1.6-liter petrol engine will be the cheapest way into Mitsubishi ASX performance. Also it comes with front-wheel drive only. This helps maintain cost down and fuel economy nearly 48.7 miles per gallon typically, though the petrol is hampered by only coming using a 5-speed manual gearbox. It works away happily enough, however it doesn't have a similar refinement as being the diesel the way it has to be worked tougher for more of the time and energy to give a decent account of itself. The 1.6-liter petrol will complete the 0.62 miles per hour sprint in 11.5 seconds, which isn't probably the most sprightly, but it really will be all you need for most. It'll continue on to reach a high speed of 114 miles per hour, duo of diesels. The 114 horsepower 1.6-liter DID diesel having a 6-speed manual gearbox may be the more popular choice within the Mitsubishi ASX. This may be specified with either 2 or 4-wheel drive. With just top wheels powered, the diesel delivers a strong SP watch of power and a lot of low down pulling energy makes for relaxed progress. According to official figures, the 1.6-liter diesel will complete the 0.62 miles per hour sprint in 11.2 seconds, just 0.3 seconds quicker as opposed to petrol, and it also will reach 113 miles per hour in two-wheel drive form, 111 miles per hour for 4-wheel drive versions. The manual 6-speed gearbox is fairly slick and matches the engine's power well. Combined together with the car's nimble handling, it feels a pleasure make use of both round town additionally, on more twisty roads. 4-wheel drive versions aren't as quick a result of the extra weight from the added hardware. Even so, the 4x4 drivetrain offers more grip on slippery surfaces, The 1.6-liter diesel engine within the Mitsubishi ASX is really a sound bet whether you select front or four-wheel drive. It balances performance and economy well, and keeps the retail price down, too. We'd select front drive if you do not really need the grip in the four-wheel drive version. If you need more power, the 149 horsepower 2.2-liter DID diesel appeals. It'll change from 0 to miles per hour in 10.8 seconds. As you move, the automatic gearbox is smooth enough when you don't ask an excessive amount it. Top speed is rated at 118 miles per hour, turning it into the fastest with the lot. It's not essentially the most responsive transmission though, the way it tends to spend time shifting gears, regardless if throttle inputs aren't particularly pronounced. Tidy handling and good body control. Lack of feel with the steering wheel. Drives just like a normal hatchback. The Mitsubishi ASX's handling is far more like an everyday hatchback's than an SUV, despite its higher ride height and larger ground clearance. Body roll is trapped in check impressively well and feels surprisingly nimble out and about. At motorway speeds it's a qualified cruiser. However, there might be a bit of road noise seeping by means of the cabin. Nevertheless, it's not very intrusive, while on more twisty roads the ASX is rewarding their driving. The steering could do with providing a tad bit more feedback on the driver, though. On some undulating roads the ASX doesn't always feel fully composed. The ride is usually fidgety and inconsistent over rougher surfaces, but within the whole it performs well. Simple dash layout. Material quality low in areas. High driving position means good visibility. Typically a Mitsubishi ASX driver sits higher compared to having a regular family hatchback. This gives a fantastic view with the road ahead, while visibility all around is impressive. The high bonnet will make it a bit tricky to gauge where the top of the car is, though. There is really a lot of dark black plastic all around the dash that detracts on the feeling of quality as well as makes the cabin feel a gloomy spot to be, especially together with the privacy glass that comes as standard on the ASX 3 models and above. However, as the plastics are typically hard and never pleasurably tactile, believe that like they might stand approximately a life of abuse perfectly and all the controls are well placed and clear to work with. You get yourself a large panoramic sunroof on higher spec models, allowing in a lot of natural light which enables to brighten things up, while a number of leather colors contains the same impact. There can also be a neat color info display within the main instrument panel and top-spec models feature Satan event standard, albeit controlled via what seems as if an aftermarket touchscreen infotainment system. Lots of adjustment within the seats. Good visibility all round. Space for four with no trouble. Mitsubishi ASX comfort levels are pleasing, it's easy start and beyond, and there's an abundance of space fully briefed for 4 adults. A fifth passenger will participate in reasonable comfort, too. Up front, most will be able to find a comfortable driving position thanks to a lot of adjustment inside steering wheel. It adjusts for rake and reach. There's lots of adjustment inside the driver's seat, too, even though some may find they'll want the seat to go a bit lower than it can. The seats are supportive and intensely comfortable, while rear passengers get generous leg and shoulder room, plus there's an armrest that drops down in the middle seat. Generous standard equipment on all models. Mid-spec may be the sweet spot inside the range. Few optional extras, top-spec models set with kit. The Mitsubishi ASX is obtainable in 4 easy-to-understand trim levels, 2, 3, 4 and 5 where unclear what happened to number 1. ASX 2 models only consist of the petrol engine, ASX3 comes having a choice of 1.6-liter petrol or diesel. ASX4 is diesel-only. Both engines and top-spec ASX5 models are only for the two main 2-liter auto diesel. Standard Mitsubishi ASX SUV equipment. All ASX models include 7 airbags, that features a driver's knee airbag, and a whiplash front headrests, as well as an emergency stop system that flashes the hazard warning lights during severe braking situations. The entry-level ASX2 stands out as the start of the stove. Nonetheless, it comes which has a generous standard equipment list, including 16-inch alloy wheels, Bluetooth, air conditioning, keyless entry, hill start assist, electric windows and mirrors, tire pressure monitoring system and privacy glass. Step around ASX3 for 18-inch alloys, touchscreen infotainment system with DAB radio, automatic lights and wipers, xenon headlights, heated front seats, cruise control, keyless entry and ignition plus a rear-view camera. ASX4 adds luxuries including sunroof, a panoramic sunroof, leather seats with electric adjustment about the driver's side, extra chrome exterior detailing, aluminum sports pedals and roof rails. Top-spec ASX5 trim includes plusher nappa leather upholstery, heated rear seats, LED interior mood lighting, LED daytime running lights and twin USB ports for rear passengers. Optional Mitsubishi ASX SUV accessories. Metallic paint is surely an option for all Mitsubishi ASX models, while a small number of other optional extras can be found. If you desire more kit, you should step nearly the next model. However, many different accessories are available, for example sat-nav units and parking sensors, too, as more practical stuff like boot liners, roof racks, tow bars and interior mats. 5-star Euro NCAP safety rating. Plenty of airbags up to speed. Stability control and safety systems too. There's little to worry about when investigating Mitsubishi ASX safety. It has scored the ideal 5 stars from the Euro NCAP test, so gives a high level of crash protection. It is included with up to 7 airbags including driver's knee airbag, electronic stability system, hill start assist that keeps the brakes on as you move your foot from your brake pedal to your accelerator to tug away uphill, plus emergency stop signal that flashes the hazard warning lights in the event the brakes are pressed, not easy to warn following traffic. Pedestrian safety factors are provided by plastic front wings, double bulge bonnet with an energy-absorbing front bumper. Compact exterior, spacious interior. Boot space good, too. Decent level of storage throughout. Interior space from the Mitsubishi ASX is one kind of its fortes. While it's not much of a huge car for the outside, the cabin comes with a generous level of space for your driver and passengers, along with the boot is usually a decent size, too. The boot is larger than your typical family hatchback at 419 liters, which increases to at least 1,193 liters while using rear seats folded down. It's accessible, as a result of a wide tailgate and also a boot floor leveled together with the loading lip. This also means that once the rear seats are folded, an absolutely flat load area can be done. The back seats built on the 6040 cause of further flexibility, and there is really a through-load ski hatch. The boot floor lifts around reveal an added 30 liters of safekeeping. Up front there are numerous storage areas including indoor pockets which takes a 500 milliliters bottle, large glove box and central console with utility area and cup holders, likewise as extra storage beneath top armrest.